Hello, everyone. David here. Welcome back to Tad Talks. Today, I want to discuss self discipline. What does it mean to be self disciplined? What is the impact of self discipline on success? How does being self disciplined drive you towards your goal? In essence, self discipline is just your ability to stay focused, to stay on plan, to stay on course, in any attempt you have, in any endeavor you attempt, in anything you want to do, there will be distractions. You will have pressure. We live in a world filled with social media today. There will be things that want to take your mind away from that goal you set for yourself, that thing you want to do. You want to get a degree. You want to become an entrepreneur. You want to build a business. You're trying to get through a particular program, a course, anything at all. There will be something that wants to take away your attention from that thing. Some distraction out there that is just essentially trying to make you lose focus. Self discipline is this thing that keeps you on track, that tells you, oh, this is my goal. I've got to stay on course. I've got to stay focused on what I want to achieve. And it might sound really easy, or in some virtuous world where it just comes naturally. No, it doesn't. It actually takes planning. It takes some amount of deliberate work to ensure that, oh, this goal that I've set for myself, or this goal that I have for myself, I keep working towards it. Because again, there will be pressure, there will be temptations, you will have distractions, you will have things that will want to take your mind away from it. Maybe you want to study, but then there is TV. Maybe you want to go to school. Oh, but you have seen people who don't go to school but are still doing okay, doing just fine. Maybe you have friends who just tell you, hey, why are you stressing yourself? You do not need to all these things. I mean, I'm doing it. You don't have to worry about all that. Those are temptations. Those are things that are built around you to distract you. I mean, you want to study for an exam or something, but then the TV is showing your favorite show. Who knows? At that particular point in time, it comes on and it just wants to take your mind away from the goal at hand. How do you deal with these things? How do you build yourself up to a place where you are able at every point in time to stay focused, to say, oh, what I want to do right now is study. Yes, my favorite show is coming on, but I want to stay focused on the plan that I have. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that gets you success, probably the most important ingredient you would need as a human to excel in whatever field or career or path you choose to take, is self discipline. Being able to say, yeah, this is where I'm at. This is where I want to go. These are the things I need to do. And this is the steps I need to take. Now I need to stay focused on these steps. How do you now build self-discipline? How do you get yourself to that place where you're constantly on track? The first thing you need to know is you need to be self-aware. You need to know your strengths and your weaknesses. You need to know what makes you tick. You need to know, oh, these are the things that I do well. These are the things I flourish at. And then these are the things that are my weaknesses. These things where when they come on, they basically can influence me. They can take away from my focus. They can, bring down whatever ideas or, lofty plans I've had, because those are my weaknesses. Naturally, you want to avoid weaknesses or over time build a resistance to them. But it is important for you to know those things you're good at. Be self aware. Self awareness is such a powerful tool, because once you know who you are, know what makes you tick, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, you know how to play. You know where to play, you know where you belong. And that way you can push forward and go to, whatever plan, whatever goals you've set for yourself. The next thing, like I said, you want to run away from weaknesses or build yourself to be able to resist them. So, in doing that, the easiest possible way is for us to just avoid temptations. Take away those distractions, those things that pull you away from your goal. Lose them. Lose them. Trying to stay focused is a really important tool for success, but you really can't do it if a temptation comes up and that temptation happens to be one of your strongest weaknesses in that time, in that space. you probably would lose focus. And the entire purpose of being self-disciplined is to stay on track, to stay focused. In doing that, first of all, you're self-aware, means you know the things that you are able to do well and the ones where you need, to work on to get better at. Then the next thing is avoid those weaknesses. Run away from them. So first of all, you set goals for yourself. You've set goals for you. I mean, the bigger goal, the ultimate success point for you. This is where I want to be in 5 years, in 10 years. The key thing is to set positively possible and achievable goals. Not just, I want to become the richest man in the world or something like that. Set achievable goals and put a timeline to it. It's good to dream. It's good to set expectations for yourself. It's also good to break these achievements or these goals down into little bits where you can now achieve them step by step. You have not set yourself this ultimate goal and just hoped that, it's essentially building a plan for yourself where you're like, oh, I want to become, a muscular person. Right now, I'm probably weighing 100 pounds, but I want to build myself or build my muscles up to that space where I'm able to say I'm weighing 300 pounds. You cannot do it in one day. You go to the gym on the first day, you're probably starting from a low weight. You're lifting little weights, and over time, as you build and work towards it and stay regular and consistent with it, you're able to get up and upgrade to higher weights where you can now carry heavier stuff. And that way you are building your muscles, your system's adapting to that process. So yes, it is a process. It takes steps. You need to set plans and break them down into little bits, doable, achievable goals that you can always, along the journey, celebrate them, because nothing is more important than the journey. It is that process that gets you to success that makes it fun, because you also want to have fun. Yes, back to the topic, self-discipline. Now you are self-aware. You know your strengths, you know your weaknesses. You've told yourself to always avoid those temptations, those distractions. What do you do next? What are the steps? What is your next step? Because again, it is a process. And like I said, you also want to have fun doing it. So now I want you to get to a place where you've set your goals, you've broken them down into little bits, and you are now doing them. But you need to do it daily. It's like working out your muscles. You start and you keep doing it consistently and regularly to a place where you become better at it. You become a pro. It's like driving. The first time you get behind the wheel, you are very, very conscious. You are very careful because you are not very good at it. At some point, you become subconsciously good. Driving becomes second nature to you. Just get behind the wheel and just drive. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. It's because you've done it over time to the point where you're able to do it without thinking about it. That is what it means to actually practice daily self-discipline. You are constantly building day by day in, day out, to the point where it just becomes second nature to you. It gets to a point where you want to study, a show comes on, it doesn't bother you. You just study because you built yourself to that place. You want to go to the gym, but something wants to distract you. Maybe your friends are saying, let's go out and drink. I want to go to the gym because you built yourself to that point. You don't even think about it. You just do that thing that keeps you in focus, that keeps you on track. Yes, because every now and then, something new might come up, and that is where you need a village. You need people around you who share the same goals, who share the same dreams, who have the same vision, who are able to tell you, bring you back to your center and tell you, oh, this is your plan. This is what you told me you wanted to do, and I'm holding you accountable. People you can be responsible to. People, when they tell you something, yes, you listen to them. One very, very powerful tool that we almost always never think about is willpower. You set your goals. You've told yourself, I want to be successful. You've told yourself, I want to get a degree. You've told yourself, I want to build up my muscles. You've told yourself, this is what I want to do. You set out plans to do it. I outlined the steps you might need to go through to get to that level. Yes, the next thing you now want to work around is your willpower, because the eventual thing that enables you to go through these steps day by day, daily building yourself discipline and diligently working towards your goal is your willpower. The will to get up, the will to start, the will to move forward, the will to do it again after failing. Because, yes, as you're constantly building towards your goal, as you're constantly building towards, taking steps towards each of those, broken down goals that you set for yourself, you will get to a place where you would have a setback. There will be times when you feel like you've failed. There will be times when you attempt something and you don't get your desired result. In those times, you need your willpower the most. The willpower to go again, to try again, to get over that fear of, maybe I'll fail if I try it again. Yes, we've spoken about this before. The willpower to say, oh, someone is telling me I can't do it. I don't need that validation. I just need me to tell me I can do it. Or sometimes I need mentors around me, like a village, people who can encourage me, motivate me, tell me, keep pushing because you got this. Yes, those are the things you would probably need to do to get yourself to a place of self discipline. And trust me, all of these features, all of these skills, all of these abilities, all of these behavioral traits, they're all interwoven one way or the other. In this particular video, I've spoken about self-validation. I've spoken about getting over your fear. I've spoken about daily diligence. I've spoken about breaking down your goals into little bits of easily achievable goals. That way, you can constantly get to a level, get to a tier, and be able to celebrate. Oh, I have done this. This is me. I achieved this. It tells me that I can do better. I can go further. I can take a step higher. And that is how you build. And that is how you keep going. When you see success, when you achieve something good, something that you want, something positive, it basically just gives you that confirmation, that affirmation, that self-belief. Yes, your willpower boosts up. You are like, yes, this is me. I can actually achieve these things. Oh, even though it was a goal some 2-3 months ago, now I'm seeing it build up. Because yes, like they always say, Rome wasn't built in a day. Brick by brick, you are building that ability, you're building that strength, you're building that virtue, you're building your self-discipline, you're building the ability to always self-motivate, self-validate without expecting someone to tell you every time to keep going. Somebody doesn't have to always motivate you. Every now and then your willpower is getting built so much, you're now self-disciplined, you are able to move yourself and drive yourself and go towards your purpose. That is what I'm saying. That is what it means to build self-discipline. And I would always say this because, over time, it's been something I've experienced. The strongest setback or, holdback that you can have towards achieving success or your own success or what success means to you is probably self-discipline. You might have all the skills and talent in the world. If you're unable to stay focused and on track and disciplined to keep going at your goal, you probably will never get it. Thank you for always stopping by to watch my videos. I know that sometimes these videos can drag long. It's not always planned like that. But yes, every now and then I get in this mood and I just keep talking. I would love to hear from you. What do you think? If you enjoy this type of videos, let me know. If you see anything that you can recommend or any changes that I can make, I'm always open to it. Thank you again. Before you leave, do drop a like. Share this video with your friends and family. Until I see you again, David here again. Bye-bye.